Today I'm excited because I'm getting a new bookshelf for free on my Buy Nothing Facebook page. And so I'm gonna head over there right now and go pick it up, and then we can go ahead and set it up when I get home.
Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, I got what you need. Under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me lies now, I always get mine. Don't play with me. Do you want it? Can't feel me? No, can you handle it? Right? Do you want it?
Okay, so my new bookshelf, I'm going to fill, I decided, with all of my Book of the Month books, because I have a lot of Book of the Month books that I've never read. So I'm going to put those on the shelf.
You will see. Honey, I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want.
Alright, so I'm really pleased with this. All of my Book of the Month books are here. Basically, I did it this way because I didn't know if I wanted to do a certain genre or a TBR or whatever, but I've got my tree over here, my books over there. So I figured putting all of my Book of the Month book here, at least I will have some kind of organization about why I did what I did. And I'm pretty excited. I do have a lot of Book of the Month books. And it's actually really sad that I don't read them every month when I get them. I get them and it's fun and exciting, but I don't read them. And I want to read them. Two, about Book of the Month. I might have more because Book of the Month has started doing the logo on the binding there, which is so nice. But on some of the books, it's on the front and not on the binding. So I think this is like older way. And yeah, because this is from 2021, and now they do it on the side, which is lovely. But I won't always see this in there, so I think I got them all, but I might have to add to it later if I come across them. But I'm pretty excited. Now maybe I will organize these to all be, I don't know if I can do color coordinated because I feel like their colors are so like all over the place. Like there's so many different colors. I could do it by order of month and year. I will probably do that. And I'll probably start with like the earliest year up here. So maybe like any books that are from like 2020s, because I don't know, I'm that kind of person, like chronologically I want to read the oldest book that I have up to the newest, which maybe I should even be in the opposite and read the newest books and then back to the oldest. I don't know how I'll do it, but I definitely think now that I realized that they do have the dates on the back, I will probably organize it in that way. That's what I'm gonna do, is like oldest to newest, because then that way I'll feel motivated to like read the oldest one that I've had. But in my defense too, not all of these are from my Book of the Month. I have had a lot donated to me. So in that respect, at least I know that they're not all from me buying Book of the Month. They're from donations. So that makes me feel a little bit better, right? Whatever makes you sleep at night. Pretty excited because I got my new pop socket for my phone. I won't really be able to show you me putting it on my phone because I'm recording on my phone right now. But I can probably have you look at it. So, alright, so this is a magnetic pop socket. Right now I have a ring, which I really did like this ring for a while. It's also magnetic, but this part used to be tight and it would like actually serve as like a stand, and it was like, I don't know, it was just more stiff, so it was nice. But now it's too flimsy and it moves around and like, I don't know, it's just not as good. And this is a pop socket that's also magnetic, so I'm hoping that this will be better because I do really enjoy my pop socket that is on my Kindle. And I've had pop sockets before, but I like that it's magnetic so that I can take it on and off when I need to, because my car has a holder for my phone, and like I don't know if this will be able to hold it with this on it or not, so like the fact that it's magnetic will let me take it on and off. So pretty excited about that. Yep, that's perfect. I'm using it right now. It's already magnetic. My phone case is already magnetic, so this is probably just maybe in case you don't have a magnetic phone case. Let's take it off for a second so I can show you. It's like this. This matches my cell phone case perfectly. And so there's a magnet. Pop socket goes up and down. So I'm already in love. Like it. This is a little bit more expensive than I would prefer. It was like $34.99, but if it works, which it does so far, like I like it because I like to just be able to quickly grab my phone and hold it, and then also have it as a stand. And this is pretty durable, whereas like this was great, but like look, it's just flimsy now and I can't use it as a stand anymore, so it's kind of unfortunate. But I'm gonna keep this because it's always good to have a backup. You never know, like if something happens to this, at least I'll have something in the middle of like getting a new one. But I'm pretty excited about this so far. So now I need to really fix these bookshelves because as you can see down here, this is empty, but also these aren't fully stacked. So I feel like I want to organize it so like you can see up here too, they're like falling over because like they're not stuffed full because I just took out some of my book of the month books and reorganizing things and things like that. So I really want to get all my books in order. And I also need to go down in the basement and go through some of the books that I have there that I had listed on Tango and see which books I want to keep for my collection in my library. And then any books that have not been selling on Tango, I'm going to donate or put in little libraries around my town because other people could be enjoying them. And then even maybe I might donate some to my local bookstore or the library, things like that. There's options because I really hate that I just have some books like lying around that aren't being admired or adored or read. I just feel like it's such a waste to have a book like stuffed in a box, or none of mine are in boxes, but they're just like on shelves and no one's like appreciating them. So I feel like they could do better in a better place. And so I'm gonna go through here and make sure that I can put all the books, stuff the shelves so that if I know how many empty shelves that I do have, so that way I can go downstairs and bring up any books that I want to keep from that pile and put them on the shelf.
Can you feel me? Can you feel me now? Can you handle it? Alright. So do you want it? Don't you look on hold? I can't take it anymore. Don't you look on me now? Trust me and you will see it. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. So don't put your love on hold. Can't feel me, I can't take it anymore. Don't put your love on me. Trust me and you will see.
Okay, so these are books from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, which makes sense because it's the beginning of the year. And remember, I got a lot of donations, so some of these, I'm thinking probably most of these 2023. Well, actually, I don't know. Probably not most of them. I did get one for like every month in 2023. I just didn't read them. But now that I have them in order, and there's only a few from the previous years, that's the thing for me. Like, I like that feeling because it's like, oh, good, I can catch up. I mean, let's be honest here. But I feel like I can catch up. So now I'm going to put them back on the shelf in the order of the year. And in that way, I'll kind of feel like I'll have a start of where I can begin from.
The night sky, I want your eyes all on me.
Okay, that was fast. Now I have all my books up and organized. So now it's just this side. I think I honestly want to bring up my books from downstairs first because it makes more sense to me to have all of the books that are potentially going in my library, so that when I do sort by genre or author, I have them all here. Because what I'm afraid is if I start it now and then I have more downstairs, I will not have enough space and I'll have to move everything around again, and then that's gonna be like so counterintuitive. So I think that I'm going to get all the books downstairs that I want to keep, bring them up here. Then I will organize a way for me to take all those books that I don't want, or that I'm not, you know, selling on Pango or anything anymore, and I will figure out my strategy of how I'm going to donate those in a different way after. Okay, welcome to my hot mess downstairs space. This is all the books. Well, there's even more. But these are all the books that I have right now up on my Pango shop. And some of them sell, some of them don't. So what I want to do is I want to go through the ones that have been on there for like a super long time that just clearly aren't selling for whatever reason, and maybe put those in like the little libraries around town, donate them to my local bookstore or even the library, and just kind of see like if somebody else can use them and appreciate them, just because like everything's in pretty good condition and they were all donated to me, and I just don't want them sitting here doing nothing. Like if I can't like sell them on Pango, I don't mind donating them. I just want someone to have, you know, interest in them and use them for what they're needed for.
Honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, I got what you need. Under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me.
It got so hot, I had to take a jump in the pool because this is a lot of work. I have over 219 books out here that I just posted on my local Facebook page in order to donate these books to others in my neighborhood if they're interested. And then if whatever doesn't get taken, I'm going to donate off and kind of move it along. The weather is a little bit iffy right now. I think it's supposed to rain, so I don't know how much longer I'll really keep them out here for, but maybe just like a couple of hours. I'm gonna check the radar right now, but it will be nice. And actually when I'm done drying off, I'll go show you my office of where I made the space now, and I'm going to transform that into my little exercise area. And actually now that I'm changed, I'll probably maybe do some exercises as well, because then I can always jump back in the pool before I take a shower. So yeah, let's see where it goes. So I actually got around to counting all my books, and I have 620 books right now, but I am actually getting rid of about 220. So I have a lot of work to build up my library, but that's okay. I actually want to read all the books that I have, so 400 books is a lot. And so I'm okay with what I have right now. It's just eventually like my lifetime goal would be to have that 1,000 books, and I feel like it's a good goal to have because it's going to take me a little bit of time to get to it. So it's a nice one to have in the back of my head for now. And so let me show you actually now too, like my little area. This did end up getting a little dirty because I have a dog, but I've got my exercise ball, I've got my hula hoop. This bin has like just little weights and stuff. I got my yoga mats, I've got a rug back there, and I even set up a TV because I like to do like YouTube videos for like exercise. And then I'm gonna get a treadmill in a couple of days, and then that will go back there too. So now I kind of feel like within my office area, I actually have an exercise area, which is also super helpful. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was journaling. I have a couple of different journals for different things. Super helpful to be able to reflect on the things that have happened throughout your day. So something I like about journaling is that it helps you reflect and unwind and get all your thoughts together, especially if you're someone like me who has anxiety. Sometimes it's needed to just kind of like take a moment and think about everything that happened, especially if something big happened throughout that day or something unexpected happened. It's nice to kind of like write it out and talk about it, or like think about it with yourself. And so I have 2 journals that I'm going to show. Oh, actually I have a couple of journals here. So in this journal, this is my everyday journal where I just kind of write random. So this is just like getting my thoughts out, kind of brain dumping, things that I'm feeling. And I typically do this right when I wake up in the morning. So anything that's fresh on my brain, like goals or my mindset for that day, all those kinds of things, they go right in here. And it's super helpful just kind of like get all of that out for the day and get myself into a positive mindset if I'm already like waking up and just being like, oh, I'm tired and this and that, like sorting out things so that I don't go into my day having like a rough time. And then at the end of the day, I have this one says Make Today Matter. I literally just got this at like the dollar store, And it's just a nice little reflection at the end of the day because it says things to pray for, which I typically, if I do pray, it's going to be at night. Small or big wins of the day. What made you happy today? How did you take care of yourself today? What inspired you today? What are you grateful for today? What was the best part of your day? And then there's just like a little like doodling sheet if you want to use that. But I like this because it just kind of like lets you unwind and think about those things that happened throughout the day, reflect. Definitely good to do gratitude. I find that when I am expressing gratitude, I definitely feel a lot better about the day because I can recognize that I do have a lot and I should be grateful for that. And I'm very blessed with things that not everybody has. And so it's sometimes good to just kind of like take that moment out and think about it. And sometimes I get really deep into them and I write a lot. And sometimes I just write like quick little thoughts or like one word. The best thing about journaling is that you can do it however you want to do it and you don't have to do it in any specific way. You do it how it works for you. The other journal that I have that I just started for July is this fitness planner. And now I think that having my fitness area down here will also be a great way for me to kind of like fit that in. And then I can keep track of all of my fitness goals and things like that. And it's kind of like having it in the same spot and the same mind frame is really good. And so this kind of just tracks, like it's a calendar, but then it tracks like how much do you weigh, what kind of sleep did you get, your activity, your water level, your energy level. I don't necessarily like track all of that, but I have been starting to write down just little notes about like if I didn't exercise, like why didn't I exercise? Like I got a really bad sunburn, and so I was just like, I'm gonna give my body a little bit of a break because I can walk around, but doing any kind of like bending and stretching, like I was not about to do that because I was already in pain. I'm not gonna, make things worse. My body actually needed to rest because I had a burn. So I'm trying to like keep notes like that. And even I'm someone that tends to like have nightmares and things like that. So kind of jotting that down. So I may not know exactly when I got my sleep, but I will know if I didn't get a really great sleep because I'm writing down like on Monday night, I had nightmares like all night and I couldn't really get back to sleep. I couldn't get into steady sleep. So kind of taking those notes down. I'm hoping to maybe either catch some kind of patterns if I have any in the future, or also like realizing what works for me, what doesn't work for me. If I'm going to incorporate protein drinks again, I kind of feel like I want to go in and like document food. So this might become like a little bit more of like a food journal too, just like specifics. And then another fitness goal that I have is I really would like to stop eating past 8 p.m. I mean, that should be like all across the board. Like, obviously, I understand there are going to be certain days where it's inevitable that something's happening or you're at an outing or whatever. But I think my detriment in the past has been like I account for that too much, when really my factual everyday should be don't eat past 8. Like, even if I am out and about, I need to really, establish that time frame. Like after 8 o'clock, like it's water for me. No matter what, like it's water. If I want to get my fitness on track, which I do. So that's something that I'm gonna look into. So having my fitness journal down here is gonna be, I think, beneficial. But having the whole area there too, like I said earlier, I'm just like, when you see it and it's there, I'm way more likely to do it. I'm just a very visual person. Then I have a goal journal, which I don't really know what that is right now. But I have a goals journal too. So this one is kind of more of like an every month kind of thing. I don't really look at it every day, but I'm kind of, keeping track of, like a little vision board here. And I really want to expand on my blog, my website, my YouTube, things like that. So I'm kind of keeping track of just like little goals of things that I want to have in my life. And so this is more like a monthly and not an everyday kind of thing. I do have like 2 other journals over there, but I don't really use them right now. They're kind of things that were given to me. So I sometimes look at them if I need like inspiration. They're more like inspirational things and not like necessarily an everyday thing. And then the other thing, I do have, I don't know if I call this a journal, but I do have a notebook where I jot down like ideas and stuff about YouTube. But my other journal I actually have, and I talked about this with my therapist, is when I'm reading heavy books, like something like this, like what happened to you. This is with Oprah and a Dr. Bruce D. Perry. And I do recommend this if you have any kind of trauma that happened in your life, or maybe you know somebody that went through trauma and you're trying to understand. I mean, even if you don't, I feel like it's just kind of a good way for understanding other people. But this book is really heavy, and I'm a reader. So when I read, I want to sit down and read a lot. But I'm learning when I'm reading like deep things that sometimes it will require you to go into your brain and think about things that have happened, and you're reflecting on your past and things like that. And so it's a lot heavier. And so my therapist and I were talking about how this is maybe more of like a textbook, and I should consider it like that and maybe read smaller increments. And then even when I'm done, I can journal about what I read, what I'm reflecting on, what I took from that. Maybe if like a story popped up or an idea popped up or something that is along the road of me healing, that I can just journal it down. And this kind of is a segue for me to do my own transitioning from one activity to the next, and having that opportunity to debrief and think about all the things that I thought about. Because when you're someone like me who has seen a lot and been through a lot, I can't just, read this, go and then be like, okay, I'm gonna go do the dishes now, because then the dishes is gonna turn into me perseverating over something I just read, and then my kids are gonna be yelling at me in the background to do something, and then my husband comes home and walks through the door, and then but I'm in like this heavy mindset thinking about all these other things. So it's gonna be really easy to get annoyed from all of the outside distractions and like talking to me when I'm trying to think about something serious. So when I want to think about something serious, I have to like plan for that, and then have my journaling time to debrief and think about that. And then when I'm ready, take my time to transition and go do the next thing. It's crazy for me because I was a teacher for 15 years, and I've always taught skills like this to my students. And it was so easy for me to help them navigate that. But now when it's coming to myself, it's such a hard concept for me to be like, wow, I actually need to do some of the same similar strategies of like taking the time and realizing like after I'm done in my office, like the brain needs to shut off office wise. Like now I'm allowed to go out and, go do the chores for the house, or, go and watch a show that I want to watch, or whatever it is that I want to do. Like once I leave this area, then I should, transition as if I'm going into something completely different. And now this is no longer opportunities for me to be thinking about. Obviously, when ideas pop in my head and things like that, like I'm going to jot it down on my phone. I don't want to forget. But it is really good to have kind of that transition if you are somebody who is, very highly anxious like myself. So if you are a journaler, definitely comment down below. What do you like to journal about? Do you have several different journals like I do? Do you only have one journal? I definitely was always a one journaler person for a while. And then I realized the help that it, having several different journals is actually like super helpful for me to like recognize my ideas. Oh, I actually do have one more where this is kind of like writing ideas, where I can kind of separate different ideas into that. So I have several now, which I like because they're kind of designated to different things. So if you are someone who journals, or you want to journal, if you want to throw out some ideas down below, definitely let me know what you like to do. And I'd be interested to see what other people do as well. I feel like that's how we learn from each other, is by figuring out what other people do, and then we find what works for us and we try different things out. So so definitely, if you have not already checked out my website is michellelisamahoney.com. My focus is to help other women, find their own personal growth and journey and strategies and things like that to help them, or help you move on and heal and grow and learn from things. And so I have a blog on there, and I make YouTube videos about it. And so I just want to be able to share what I'm learning with others, because I know I'm not the only one going through things. And if I can add some insight to your life about how to make life better for you, or, find out how to be grateful for the things that you have, then I want to do that for you. So definitely, if this video is helpful for you, give it a like, all that fun stuff. That's super helpful for me. And if you have any ideas of videos that you want me to make for you, definitely also put that down in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. So thank you so much for watching.